Welcome in, Scrooge crew. Today we have a really good video for you. It should be really fun. It's going to be the Happy Plants Botanicals set numbers 10349, and it has 217 pieces. They also say that this is one of the very first botanicals that they added the 9+, so it's for younger people as well. So definitely go scope this one out. It's going to be a really fun build, and I have a special plan for it as well. I'm going to see if I can put these flowers that we built on our last show, or our last video, see if they might be a little heavy, so we're gonna have to kind of trick them to fit inside there. And if they don't work, I have a secret plan. If they're too heavy, I have this secret plan. Set number daisies, set number 11508. So we can put those plants and flowers in there. They should be lighter. So hopefully, if all goes well, we'll be able to stick some of these cool sunflowers in them, keep the leaves, maybe add a different plant here to put more leaves like that, because I think that will look more like a sunflower. So here we go. Let's get started. Let's find where the thumb piece is here. There we go. Let's see if this has paper bags or plastic bags like last time. Oh, they're plastic, so this is a little bit older set. They haven't switched over. And there are two groups of instructions. Now, the interesting thing about this set is they said that the plants are interchangeable. So if you want to put that plant, this plant is called the Pilea. It's a good luck plant or a money plant from China. And then this is called the Dracaena plant, but you can interchange them depending on how you want, if you want to put this one in the other one. Okay, so let's start with, let's see what bag is blue. I guess they want us to start with this guy first. Okay, so let's grab this, bag number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is bag number 1. Let's put this instructions over here. And we'll put the box right here so everyone can see it. Thank you for joining us today. This should be really fun. A lot of the botanicals have gotten really popular lately. They are one of the top selling LEGO sets nowadays. They even compete with the sets of Star Wars for popularity. So let's check this out. Let's have fun. And let's build this set number 10349. Got the instructions. Let's pour this out here. Sorry for the loud plastic. I like the paper bags just a little bit more because they're less loud. They're not as squeaky and scrunchy. Let's see here. Let's look inside here. Oh, cool. I get to scan these for extra points, so that's going to be nice. Bag number 1, we're there. We've done that. And here we go. Let's see if I can put these on screen as well. Move these forward. Okay, something's hiding down there, I know it. Now, if we need a page holder, I've noticed that sometimes I want to use minifigures for page holders. If we need a page holder, I have Grambo here. Grambo, she can hold the page, okay? So let's just use her for fun since you'll like her. Okay, so the first part of this is we're going to need for the Dracaena plant is this piece here. Let's get started. I'll tell you some interesting facts and some things about these plants once we start getting to those areas. Let's see how long this takes. Doesn't look like it'd be too crazy, but you never know. You never know. I like this banana, this light banana color, light yellow color so far. It's really nice, and it seems kind of eye-catching from a distance. So if you had this in your house or in your office, I think people would definitely compliment you on it because of the color alone will catch their eye. I'm going to move these down so that when I flip these pages, oh, it says flip over. That's the flip over. So you're like this, you want to flip it over, okay? Let's have Grambo hold the page there. Okay, let's see. Now we're going to put these, okay, so 2 of these. Hope everyone's having a great day today. and enjoying their time in the summer. It's been kind of fun for me. I've been fishing with the kiddo, one of my kiddos, my son, and he caught he caught 5 fish, but he caught 3 catfish the other day, so that was kind of cool. And the middle catfish that he got was the biggest one. It was really awesome. And we thought maybe he had caught the same one, but twice, the first and the third fish, but in reality, I looked at the pictures and they were all different sizes, so that was kind of cool. I caught 3 catfish and 2 sunfish, little bluegills. Now what they want us to do here is build this little piece here. I guess this is the arm, like that. They want us to put that on first. Interesting. Oh yeah, I guess so, because then you can slide that piece in there. This Technic piece is going to hold the arms on. Where is it? Here we are. Okay, we're going to build 2 of these. You can see here, ×2 multiplier. So let's build 2 of those at the same time. It should be fun to try to integrate other flowers with these. Kind of converge them together as one set. I do think that I might have a chance of the sunflowers being a little bit too heavy for these little guys with the legs. But if we balance it right and we don't move it much, maybe it'll work out just fine. Okay. This must be where the roots go. I'll have to tell you something interesting about the planners, the designers of this here once we start seeing the root system come into play. So far you can tell he's coming together pretty quick. I'm surprised. I wondered myself if it was going to be fast build or a slow build. So far I'd say it's a medium build. And we need 2 of those, so let's put these on the ends here. It already looks like dirt in there. That's cool too that they kept the colors in harmony for the dirt inside of the planter. We put these on here. Now these modified bricks right here are really nice because they can hold things on. So that's what's going to be. We're going to push this stuff on here, and that'll probably be where the little face is, maybe. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, they want us to do it just like that, and then they're going to have us hold on to that Grambo for a second because we're going to make the top, or maybe the base. I don't know what this is. This is interesting. It must be. Here's the dirt. Okay, we've got the dirt, I'm sure. Okay. I don't know what piece this is. The base? Oh, it must be the back. It's probably the back of the pot here. Okay, that makes more sense. I think I'm catching on to what they're doing. It's cool though. It has dirt on the inside though, so it'll all look like that when you open it up. That's smart moves. Smart moves there, Lego. I love these tiles like this. Something about these pieces have just always been really cool. Just sleek feeling, you know? Okay, that's what we're supposed to look like right over here. Here you go, Grambo. Hold on to that. If you haven't met Grambo, she is inside of our shorts videos. She's pretty funny. You might want to check her out. She wrestles alligators and sharks and stuff, and she has all these funny sayings for them, like sweetheart and darling. It's pretty cute, kind of funny. Okay, let me grab that one before we go too far. Definitely grab your pieces so you don't forget about them, or they fall and you push them under the table. Let's see, now they want us to do 2 of these, I guess so, like that. Looking good. And they want us, they say that's enough for that. We're going to put that on the back. Is it the same on both sides? I think it is. I don't think it will matter which one we place this on. Oh, here we go. Here's the beginning, and it held it on just perfectly. Here's the beginning of that character so far. Now we want to do the front. Okay, I see what you're up to. It doesn't want to hold itself up already. It wants to fall backward. Okay, let's see here. I'll tell you some fun facts about these plants once we get to the plant portion of this build. So stay tuned, stick around, because I'm going to give you some kind of cool information that I found out about these different plants that we're working with today. that one in there. Okay. Okay, now we're going to put the face. Now here's something interesting about the face. The designer Aaron Newman wanted these facial features to be, let's see, so it's like upside down. They're making us build it upside down. That's hilarious. Why are you making us complicated? Okay. They wanted them not to be too childish. They wanted them to be more derpy and cute. So they've decided, they took a long time, they said, to try to figure out the different plants and the leaves, and then also the derpy little faces. They wanted it to look derpy and not childish. I think they did pretty good. It's kind of in the middle of both right there. Reminds me of Adventure Time a little bit, maybe the color and the small face of BMO. Okay. What do they want us to do with this? Interesting. Hopefully I didn't miss it. Oh, I might have missed one right here. I bet you they want me to put it right there. I'm going to just take a chance. I'm going to take a chance on that one. Okay. Let's turn the page, Grambo. Okay. And then they want us to put these two pieces inside here. Like that. And that's our first bag done. Let's see how cute it is. Yeah, they said they wanted it to be derpy. That looks pretty derpy. It looks like he's, as long as he's balanced, you see him? As long as he's balanced, he'll probably be able to hold those plants up. So wish us luck. And I think you can turn these hands a little bit. You could put one up, put one down. I'm going to do like that, one up and one down. Almost looks like a macaroni noodle. Bag number 2. So this is the plant right here. Let me show you right here. Right there. That is called the Dracaena plant, or the dragon tree. In ancient Greek, it's referred to as, direct translation is female dragon. So that's kind of cool. Let's open this loud plastic bag. There we go. Let's see, how are they going to get us to do this one here? So we need this one. These pieces are quite expensive, by the way. If you didn't know, you do know now. They're quite expensive. Let's see. Okay, so that goes there. And then we need this one, but we're going to put the Technic pin. I use a lot of these pins when I build trees. If you haven't yet checked out some of the trees that I build, go check them out on the shorts. And you can see all kinds of shorts that will tell you about the different trees that we make. Now, the Dracaena plant was also referred to as the dragon's blood plant because it has a resin that is kind of like a deep red, like a dragon's blood. And they would use that resin for medicine, for varnish, for incense, and violin varnishes for a long, long time. For many years, they have done that for violins. I think I missed a spot here, but I think it probably just goes like this. Ba-ding! Like that. And then they're going to put these leaves in here. It says right here, it says on this bottom prong. Now, with any luck, we might be able to change this. So in the next video, I'm going to try to modify these builds to accept trees. Or not trees, but plants. I got trees on the mind since I'm talking to you about them. Let's push those all the way in because I can see just a little lip of it right there. So let's push all those all the way in. This piece is kind of cool. It's like a little spoon. It feels really nice in your hands. A little spoon feeling there. Let's put another one on there. Okay, just like that. Maybe these two can go in like that to be even. Okay. Now they want us to take these little pieces here. I use these for carts and wagons, so I really love these pieces they're using. I'm very familiar with them. Let's see, how many do we have though? Only 2? Okay, I'm going to take your advice. They say we got 2, and they're going to put one, let's see, I guess like this. We put one here. Wait a second. Turn it. There we go. And one on the opposite side like that. Yes, actually I'm going to turn it like this so that it has, there, that's kind of cool. And let's see what's next. These big leaves. So the resin, they must have taken the resin. They said it came from the leaves. They would like maybe cut it Maybe cut it by the stem and it would seep out this red, deep red. They call it the Dracaena plant. And another fun fact is that all the designers on these flower botanicals purposely gave them roots. So this one also has some roots, if I can. There we go. Has some roots right here. I'm not going to push it. Well, I'll leave my roots a little longer. Maybe they'll have to go shorter, but you see that's pretty cute. They say that these will actually be able to be swapped. So if you don't want that plant in there, you can swap it with another one. Now why? Let me see. I must have to push that in there. It seems like mine should go further down into there. I must have goofed around and didn't do it right, but for sakes of length of video, I'm just going to say that's good enough for now. It's pretty cute, but it must sit down further into the pot here, the planter, because it just seems like it's a little tall compared to how it looks here on my design, or their design. Okay, so that's the first little guy, a little banana yellow or a light yellow character. He's pretty cool. He's probably going to stand here, but let's see if he falls over. He's pretty sturdy now that he's got something heavy in the center, though. Let's see. Now, the next one we're going to do is the Pilea plant. This one is right here. Let me show you. The Pilea plant did have a couple extra pieces, so let's put these over by Grambo for her to guard them. The Pilea plant, also known as the Chinese money plant because of these different kind of coin-shaped leaves. And it's interesting because people would refer to it as the good luck plant as well. And they were brought around the world from a Norwegian missionary in 1940. And they were given to people through different generations as a friendship plant. So if you had a friend, you'd bring that plant and bring it around to your friends and give it to your friends, and they would keep it. And as long as your friendship was, then you would have this plant. So it must have been handed down from generation to generation, and it almost didn't make it out of China, except for that it got so popular as a friendship plant. People started growing them and gifting them to their friends. Another interesting thing about the Dracaena plant is that NASA did a clean air study about the Dracaena plant. And the Dracaena plant is really good for filtering out air and particles for small spaces. So that's why they're pretty popular in houseplants. But they must have wanted to try to use them in space too to clean the air naturally. All right, let's see. That looks like bag number. Let's grab the next one. Bag number for the Pilea plant, the money plant, or the good luck plant. Bag number 3 right here. Bag number 3. Let's see if you can stay there. Let's bring you down. Okay. Sorry for the loud plasticky sounds here. Now this one almost seems like it has more pieces, but I doubt it. They're almost the same size and shape. Let's see here. Grambo, we don't really need you anymore, Grambo, but we're gonna, well, yeah, we'll put him in there and put Grambo over here on the edge. So we want to be able to see the instructions pretty good. I feel like I want to give it a name. Do you hear me referring to it as him? He needs a name. Everyone in the comments, put down a name for these characters. We got a banana yellow or a light yellow character, and then we've got a derpy light blue. So I always like to give people nicknames on my shows and in real life. So we'll have to come up with some nicknames for these ones. Maybe it'll depend on the plants and flowers that we put in them on the next video. I am going to try to splice two or more botanical sets together to involve them with each other and make a more interesting build with a little bit more flowers coming out of the top of these characters. And I might have to take and change, depending on what flowers we use, we might change the money plant out to make more of a leaf. I'll have to get some of my extra pieces to do that. Let's see here. Okay, so this one's a little wider maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just a little wider. This one's going to be good for a tall, heavy plant, where this one might fall over. So we might need to do a thinner. Maybe we'll change the leaves around and swap around and see how it comes out. I know we're going to have to do some experimenting with that. Now he's in the way, but I'm going to show you what we're doing. I can see it. And I think he's so cute sitting there, so we're going to keep him there. Where is it blue? Yes, it must be blue. Sometimes, see how this paper has been printed like this light greenish color? Sometimes when they show you the pieces, just so you know, sometimes when they show you the pieces on the pictures, the green or the light colors of the background kind of come through, and it almost makes it look like a dark purple. But I'm going to say it has to be these pieces, these Technic pieces, because there's only 2 in here. And it reminds me of what we did on the other arm. Now there's his little derpy face right there. This one definitely looks derpy. Cute, not childish, but derpy is what their plan was. And they said they took a long time figuring out the proper face, the proper color of the planters, and then also a certain kind of plant that they wanted to put into the planter too. So once again, the designer's name was Aaron Newman. Aaron Newman was their name. Let's see here. Okay, we're going along. We're doing good. This one has a little bit more different shape, different colors going on. I like how they left this piece here for the roots to go in. They said that all the botanical designers thought it would be fun and wanted to keep the theme of giving roots to most of the plants. Not all of them have them, but I guess they wanted to try to do that as kind of a fun theme. So this one does have roots sticking out. Okay, let's see. Where's this piece? I use these pieces a lot in brown when I do my builds for seats on wagons and carts. There we go. And these, we got 4 of those. It does go along pretty quickly. I'm impressed with the shape and the colors. Like I keep saying, I love the colors. And the way it just is kind of popping together. It's kind of a fun little build, actually. There's not much to it, but it is fun. Now we need these 2, a tile piece, and a brick or stud piece. Goes on the outside. That's weird. Huh. That's kind of interesting. That's how they want me to do it, huh? Okay, we'll take their lead. Unique ways of building. You always learn stuff when you build Lego. Follow the instructions, and you can learn all different kinds of ways to facet things to the front, ways that they kind of wanted to work this space out in here. Oh, okay, that must be because they need the space. See, if it had studs on top, it wouldn't be able to do that. That's cool. Okay, keep that in mind if you're ever building something and you want it to be flat like that. These little round pieces are about the same height of the regular brick, but they have the stud missing, so they'll be able to give you some clearance. Okay, I see their thought pattern on that one. Makes much more sense now why they did that. Now we're going to place, this must be the back again, I'm figuring. They had us do the back first on the last one as well. Okay, let's see. Go like that. Go like this. One of those. 2x4. And next page. Another interesting thing I can tell you that I found out about Lego, let's see if that's the top, yeah, is that the tolerances between the pieces of Lego are measured to the thickness of 0.002 millimeters, which is super, super small. That's like roughly the thickness of a human hair if you were to divide it by 50. If you were to take a human hair and divide it by 50, that thin, and that's exactly the tolerances that they have so that they fit together all throughout the years. So the pieces that you have now will fit the pieces from the past snug as a bug because of those tolerances. Those strict tolerances have been adhered to for many years. So that's kind of a fun fact for you also to know. Another thing that they said is that if you were to take and give every human being on Earth the exact amount, everyone got a bundle of Legos in the same amount for everyone in the Earth, or on the planet Earth, everyone would end up with at least 100 pieces. Isn't that something? There's that many bricks out there. That's kind of crazy. Okay, here we go. That's the back. Now let's do the face and the front. It is a fun build. Some of these builds are complicated. Some of them are kind of have little pieces, but this one's interesting because it has lots of different sized pieces. It keeps your interest, it has different colors, and it keeps like the pattern of dirt on the inside, which I really like that. I think it's cool. Okay, here he goes. He's falling down. Grambo's falling behind. She's on page 14. We're on page 18. Get together, Grambo. We're moving forward. Okay, here we go. Now, this is just so weird that they want me to build it upside down. Like, okay, so actually I need to put this 1x4 tile and then put the face upside down like that. And then like that. Has anyone ever noticed on some of the builds, like some of the helmets and the masks and stuff like that, and other builds, some of the animal builds like the tiger, the big tiger, famous tiger, the inside behind their head is a pink brick. Just one pink brick, and some people are like, why do they do that? Maybe you never knew, but they created it. It's kind of an inside joke, like it's its little brain. I think somebody was messing around with each other when they were building in Lego, and they decided that they would actually keep that little joke alive in most of the builds. So if you ever see a brick inside of somebody's head, I'm surprised they don't have one in here. Inside here, like the tiger or some of the helmets and stuff, you'll realize that that's kind of the insider joke that the designers put together, that they kind of kept alive as well. The pink brick brain, kind of funny. Okay, put 3 of these. It looks like we're getting close to the end of this little derpy guy here. Let's see. Oh, his feet are on the front. Okay, I see what they're doing. Let's move you over here. Okay, so his feet go right here. That will help hold up a heavier plant if we need to do that. Maybe like that. And it's flush. That's cool. That's kind of another thing to know. Look, everything just lines up so perfectly with Lego. I love it. It's flush right there. So even if you have a Lego piece like this, it's the right size. You put it like this, and it's still flush. Look at that. Just really nice. I like it. I like this universal measurement. Okay, here he goes. Look at this little guy. Derpy Dave. Derpy Dave there. Okay, let's see. Now, we must be doing the plant. Ooh, okay. This is the luck plant. The Chinese money plant. Bag number 4. I appreciate everyone being here, having fun with the Scrooge and building some Legos and testing out some of the plants. We're going to test these plants out to where we can manipulate them and add flowers to them and change them up a little bit. Let's put him over here. He's going to have to be off camera just a little bit. And here we go. Another fun fact is that they say there's more minifigures than people on Earth now. There are actually more minifigures on Earth than humans. Go figure that. Okay, here we go. Nice, that worked out really nice. That might be strong, so we could probably put a plant on top of that. That's a good start for our future of manipulating and changing the plants out to maybe be another species of like flowers sticking out of the top. Okay, they want this. Are these in line? Yes, I guess so. And then this will go on here. Nice. Okay. And this is the reason why they call it the money plant. You see this? Right here? Looks kind of like a coin. like kind of a coin shape, so that's like good luck and good fortune and for your future. It's also a shield. They said that they like to use for the leaves unique things like helmets, hair, shields, and different kinds of pieces to try to bring interest and difference. Now I do know this will fit. Yeah, there's like a little hole there. Okay, and they want me to put it right on top here, so this is the beginning. But I imagine that might be the beginning for me to make a bigger, taller plant flower on there. They want us to make 4 of these. They want us to make 4 of these right here. So let's start with 4 of them. And not all of them are shields. Some of them are like a little sign piece. So that's kind of interesting to make it like smaller. Super cool, super fun. I bet there are sometimes you building like a green knights, a whole knights scene, and you need these green shields. Well, now you know where you can get them from the Happy Plants. Okay, let's see. Now there's 4 of them, and then you're going to put, this is a 1x3, yes, a 1x3 bar with this Technic piece on the top, and we need 4 of these. So let's do that now. There we go. And how do they click onto there? Oh, they click on just like this. Okay, there's your little plant with your little leaf. It even has like a little stem action to it. That's kind of cool. You learn so much by building different kinds of sets. You can carry that into your mock building. I do it myself and try to learn from these different unique piece usages. And you can see, let's see, so that's kind of faced like this. Let's go like that. And they say this one goes on the bottom. So let's do the bottom first because it might be complicated. Sometimes you have to do them in order too to get them to set right. Look at that. That kind of looks crazy. Dun dun dun. I'm just going to say, I'm going to assume they kind of go up like that. Okay. Next page. Let's put him in the middle. Derpy Dave and somebody else. I can't figure out this one's name right now. Let's see. So this one's going to be the flat little pieces right here. Little signs. These are more like a sign piece. And these are going to go clip right onto there. We're going to make 4 of them, it says. I also use these kind of pieces for building trees with. So it's pretty cool. Okay. Make 4 of these, and we're almost to the end because we're running out of pieces. I can slowly see them diminishing. And then they click on in the same fashion like that. Okay. Always look at the way that this is oriented too, because this is like flat like that in the picture. It's flat against this piece like that, you see? That might be important when we put them together. Now, how does this go? Okay. I almost feel like I'm going to change this. I'm going to put this over here because I feel like it's just going to be the same thing over and over. So I'm going to separate these. I just did my own idea. I don't know if that's how they want me to do it. Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow. See how I told you that look at that build. I put it right between those two and it's totally holding it. LEGO has this universal measurement thing, and it worked. Even I pushed one right in there and it worked. That was kind of crazy. I wouldn't anticipate that, except for when you play and design with LEGO different mocks and things, you end up finding that this universal measurement comes to play in so many ways, and it's really nice. Okay, I like that. I like that better. Let's turn them. Can we turn them like that? There we go. That way they're a little more interesting shaped. And last thing, so we got some few extra pieces here. Hold on to those, Grambo. And we've got the roots that go in there. Now let's see if this one fits more snug inside this derpy little dude here. Let's find out. Why was my other one Okay. Yeah, kind of like that. There we go. And that is the Pilea plant. The Pilea plant. You can kind of turn it how you like. So if you want to put them together, I'll have to figure out. I'll mess around with it later to see if I made a mistake on that one sticking up so tall. But that one looks to be about right like that. I thank you all for being here, hanging out with the Scrooge and enjoying our time together, building these beautiful little plants. I'm going to put him like this, and I'm going to put him with one hand up too, like they're going to high-five each other. If you like this video and you can subscribe as well as look at some of the other videos, some of the shorts, we're going to be doing a lot more long-form videos. We'll be doing some artwork, and we'll be doing some painting. So stick around, have fun with us, and build Lego. We will see you all, appreciate you all, and we will see you all on the next build.